evening, and welcome to SmackDown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is fired up tonight, Cole. No doubt about it, baby, and I'm just as pumped up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason, Taz. You and I both know what's coming, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight. Submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out.
What a reversal!
I can't remember the last time I seen a crowd so pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is.
You're not kidding, Cole.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest...
And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. There's the reversal, Cole. Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all...
And here's the cover.
This is not just a match anymore, Cole. These superstars have got a legitimate beef with each other.
They do indeed. There's a lot of bad blood here.
And there's the counter, Cole. This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great.
You sure can't. SmackDown's got the greatest superstars and the greatest matches for the greatest fans in all of sports entertainment. The pride in the hearts of these competitors might be the only thing that's keeping them going.
And pride's a powerful emotion. But when you just plain run out of gas, there's nothing in the world that can keep you going.
Well, it doesn't look like they're running. What a counter that was.
Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready for the battle.
You can't let your opponent continue to work over the same area of your body.
Not if you want to win the match, you can't. No doubt for what we're seeing here. This could be 3 right here.
Oh my God, I think the referee's out, Taz.
I'll tell you, they gotta start getting sturdier refs, Cole. This kind of thing seems to happen all the time.
And there's the pin.
This is one hell of a performance by some amazing superstars, Cole.
What did you expect, Taz? This is SmackDown, after all, the #1 brand in sports entertainment.
Here it comes, look out!
Oh, man, many of the superstars fallen prey to that finishing maneuver.
Here's the pin. That wasn't even 2.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. been a great match so far, and I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a broadcast.
Oh, man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here.
You know, we've seen some pretty good back-and-forth action here, but there's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here. Great reversal.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
We've seen an excellent match so far, and it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot, Cole. And that's a good thing. I don't think we can ever get sick of watching these superstars go at it.
Me neither, partner. This one's got rematch written all over it.
Here's the pin. This could be it. I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
How much can these superstars possibly have left?
They got as much left as it takes, Cole. Trust me. You get in that ring and you find out you got reserves you never knew you had.
I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite like a WWE match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect? There's the cover. Wow, great reversal.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it, and the story was over.
I think you're developing a selective, not even a 2 count. And there's the reversal.
That wasn't even close to 3. I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hold must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. That was nowhere near a 3 count. Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. Look at this, Taz. This could be it.
Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that.
No trouble getting out of that one.
These superstars are on fire tonight.
They sure are, and I don't think they're going to be put out anytime soon.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is going to end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is going to go down. This one could still go either way, Cole.
It sure could. It's not over until the referee calls for the bell.
This one's going to keep on going until someone can't go anymore.
And considering the conditioning of these athletes, that could be quite a while from now. I think someone's been taking flying lessons, Taz.
Whoa, that's not good.
Not if you want to keep from tapping out, it's not.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
You gotta be kidding me. That was nowhere near 3. That was a textbook reversal. You know, I know that's nice quick counter. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz.
Way too early to get a 3 count. Oh, God. The ref's on Dream Street, Cole. Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives. Nice reversal.
I gotta say, Cole, when I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away right here.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner. Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly.
You know, you can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
1, 2. I think we know which way this one's gonna go, Cole. Look at this, Cole. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
God, I'll tell you,
Here's
I wasn't
your
expecting
winner.
them to be gentle with each other, but the throws definitely came off for that.
Giovanni. You're not kidding, partner. I can't remember the last time I've seen that much brutality in a match.
I'd have to go back to my ECW days to remember, Cole, and that's saying something, believe me.